Hello everyone and welcome to the 6th episode of our little mini-series of doing co-op missions with people on my server. This is continuing on where we left off last time, and I'll just let my in-game briefing take it away. So briefing for everyone is the situation is this is 2 days after the last episode. The attack on Hatay was a complete disaster for the Soviet Union since several Tu-22 bombers were shot down, and Syria doesn't own those, so it's pretty clear that those were Russian bombers that were headed towards Hatay. And so they have very much distanced themselves now from the conflict, having rather been embarrassed. And we've also taken a major toll on the Syrian air defences, and to the point that we really need to just finish off the Syrian air defences. Our primary target is still the terrorists in the Afrin Valley, but Syria's shown that it's going to constantly defend the terrorists, so we are going to take out Aleppo Airport. To do this, all flights will take off and will rendezvous at waypoint 1, which is Gendire's. This should be on your plane for every plane that has a waypoint system. If not, it is the bullseye. Blue bullseye is Gendire's, so orbit that at a low altitude. Then we've got 3 different flights, each with their own tasking. First flight is Weasel Flight. Their job is to push at the go time and say when is go time. And they push to the north of Aleppo, engaging the SA-6 SAMnet there. They're just a skirt on the outside of the SA-6 engagement zone, which is marked on the map. Not necessarily engaging the SA-6 directly, but trying to draw SA-6 fire and then evading and trying their best to stay alive. Their job is simply to distract the SAM system. If they happen to get the opportunity, they can go in and fire standoff weapons such as Mavericks or Shrikes, but that's not their primary objective. Primary objective is simply to keep the SAMs busy. Shank Flight is the next one up. They will push 60 seconds after Weasel Flight. Their job is to actually take out the 2 SA-6 sites. You've got briefing photos that you'll be able to access when you're actually in a plane, showing the known locations of 2 SA-6 sites. We've got one on the southwest end of the airfield, one on the northeast end of the runway. Both of those need to be hit. Mostly the tracking radar at the centre of those sites is the primary target there. Shank Flight is advised to approach at ultra-low level to terrain mask. There is opportunity to terrain mask if you are really, really low, and that'll help protect you if the SA-6 sites turn around. I've given default ordnance for the Shank Flight, but by all means change that. In testing, I have found that using cluster dispensers worked best for me, but any weapon that you are comfortable bombing more or less accurately, and if nothing else, just drop a whole load of high drag bombs. Do split that up between you as to who is going off the west and east site. And then finally, Hammer Flight, 90 seconds after Weasel Push, so 30 seconds after Shank. Hammer Flight will then go and engage. Their role is to actually destroy the airfield. They are to crater the runway and attack the parking area and the support buildings. Ideally taking out any aircraft there before they can get off the ground and doing as much damage as possible. Load out completely at your discretion, whatever you think would be best at doing maximum damage. They should be following quite close to Shank Flight with the idea that if Shank fail, Shank will then be attracting the SA-6's attention, giving Hammer Flight the chance to get in and get their bombs off. So yeah, that is that. We are not expecting enemy aircraft in the air, but anything will scramble from the airfield when they know we're coming, so we are to stay low until we start to push. There are a series of waypoints. Those are also in the briefing. Waypoint 1 is the bullseye. Waypoint 2 is your SA6 West battery. Waypoint 3 is SA6 East battery. Waypoint 4 is the main primary airfield parking location. And then you've also got waypoint 5 for approach, waypoint 6 for landing. Yeah, so that is the idea. Any questions? Weasel flight, push now. Weasel flight, push now.
Copy.
60 seconds for us.
Copy.
Shank flight, push now. Hammer flight, push in 30 seconds.
Pushing.
Yep, pushing.
As well.
I have 2 SA6 on my RWR.
Hopefully they look at the other flight.
Defending. Yep, first missiles launched. Weasel defending. Hammer engaging in 5 seconds.
Nails on our nose, 12 o'clock.
Good to push hammer.
Hammer's on the way.
Alright, confirming that I am going for the west hand target closest.
Oh, closest. Okay, I'm going for east then.
Yeah. Unless you've got it pre-planned, then I can do the other one quickly.
No, I just change.
Right,
No worries.
yep. Yeah, I'm doing closest, then I can follow up with the furthest one. Approaching the ridgeline now. Tally fires ahead. I think some SAMs have gone a bit astray.
Weasel 1-1 defending.
Missile in the air, missile in the air.
Defending.
Tally, white smoke coming from one SAM site. I believe that is your target, Mark.
Yeah, I'm getting shot at. Yeah, I can't get too close to these bombs, I don't think.
Copy, going in low level, try and eliminate.
Weasel 1-3 turning back in for a third ram.
Shank flight 10 miles out and closing.
Friendly, 12 o'clock, 3 miles. Mud, 12 o'clock, SA8. Missile, 11 o'clock. We have a stinger on the nose, SA6.
Shank is braking, missiles out on me. I see 2 missiles in the air,
Yeah,
driving
on me, I
into
think.
buildings.
No, it's not on me. Okay, I'm lining
Shank
up
1-1
now for
re-engaging.
bombs.
New bogeys. Stand by, interrogating.
Hammer flight master on.
Whoa, we've got a bandit 2 ship. Raw. Right 5 miles, 1,200.
Hammer 2 is in.
I fired 2 on south SA6.
Copy.
Did not check for connections because I was flying back into the city.
3 miles, 1,200.
Both odds fires coming up on someone who is not me.
SA6 seems to be neutralized. I'm not getting locked anymore.
Got good steering on the next turn point. I see contact. Left 30
Right.
miles, 1,200.
Dispersion way heading for the second group because I'm lined up, happen to be.
Turn point is updated. No IFF on this one. Target is
Tangle Hammer 1.
Confirmed kill on eastern SA6 track radar, no kill on western track radar, re-engaging.
I took both 4 shots. Why?
Hammer 1 coming
Where's
round
my
on your
gun
second
not
batch,
firing?
guys.
One of your missiles got the SA8 site.
Excellent.
Going back after the eastern target.
Weasel flight has visual on AAA fire, but no SA6 tracks at the moment.
1 mile.
Jesus, something just exploded at the end of the runway.
Okay.
Cub radar is smoking, but not dead, going round to drop whatever else I've got on.
Yeah, I was re-enabling my guns so I could go in and do gun runs.
3,500. IFF is
Winchester
positive,
pods.
Pick up. Oh shit.
Lightly hit.
I'm dead.
Shit.
I'm dead.
New bogey, all right. Left 40, 1 mile.
Yeah, I was lightly hit earlier as well. Just both 4s though.
Yeah, both 4 got me.
For copying what?
Good IFF, he's a friendly. All right, got a new bogey. Left 40 degrees, 3 miles, 3,000.
Shank has tally on 4 times MiG-19 on the taxiway.
Roger, Hammer 1 going for a straight.
Copy. Shank is keeping AAA busy. There is a Shilker on the west end of the runway.
Right, I've knocked out that MiG-19 in the lead, the rest should be able to taxi on now.
Copy. The second Cub site is smoking, no more emissions. Believe the SA6 is down. SA8 has also seemed to be down. There is still Bofors fire and there is the Shilker.
Paper, Weasel 1 redoing circuits over the runway to distract AAA. About 2 MiG-19s down.
IFF's valid, that is a friendly.
Chemist in, hot Shilker.
Yeah, there's no way those MiG-19s are launching, they're all fucked.
My cluster munitions failed to go off for some reason. It's a pain in the ass.
Nails 5 o'clock.
At what point do we disengage? We don't want everybody loitering around and we're all dead.
Is anybody of Hammer Flight still got munitions for ground targets?
No, we're all spent.
Copy. All flights disengage. Disengage and return to base.
1 mile, 3,500.
Roger, disengaging. Copy for Weasel flight.
Surprise!
2
coming
aircraft
in
of
with
Hammer
more.
inbound with munitions.
I'm coming also in with more bombs.
Copy. If we've still got hammer floats inbound, let's stick around.
Roger, Hammer 1-1's going to do a bit of weaseling to help out the hammers coming in.
Copy.
I fired off 2 heaters onto the 19s on the taxiway.
Nice. I've
Just
taken a
double tapping.
hit, but nothing too bad.
We just lost one,
Yeah.
we just lost one, left force just went down.
Shit.
Yeah. There is a Shulka near the 19s that is pretty accurate.
Yep. Still
I
a
just happened to be coming in
Shilka
at high speed.
active. Just north of the taxiway, the 19s are on.
Yeah, I got visual on it.
Roger that, Weasel 1-3 going into the shack.
Weasel 1-1 is on station. Any other ground targets left? No, right?
Sun Beauforts is the only other. AAA, there are still planes on the taxiways and parking areas.
There's still a Shulka by the end of runway 27.
Yeah, roger that. It is just off the runway. You do see the taxiway and the runway at the 27 end.
Doc, Hammer 1-1's hit, I'm leaking fuel, I'm RTB.
Target paint. It is a friend.
Shit, I've lost my radio. Oh no, I've not. That's just being a pain. Yeah, I have.
Hey, I've got a bogey. Left 25.
If
Can
you
one
need
of
that.
you report that I have lost my radio and I'm RTB?
Yep.
Shank, lead has lost radio, RTB.
Okay, that's weird. The compass is broken, but the waypoint isn't. I'm still getting my waypoint marker pointing in the correct direction.
Go for us.
I wonder what would lead to that.
Weasel 1-3 is still on station at Aleppo. 5,000 pounds of fuel, drawing fire. Let me know when you guys are here.
Hit again. Yeah.
Hammer flight 8 miles out.
Oh, I just got the refueler. Okay, great targeting.
Copy that. The latest info is that Shulka on the 09er end of the runway, which is south of the runway, is still up, and then we have 2 AAA at the 27 end of the runway.
Hammer flight bombs on target.
Runway on the taxiway.
How did Groovy hit Stroder with cluster munitions?
It's a repeat from the last time.
And so after that, everyone just went and RTB'd, and the very, very damaged Stroder managed to limp back, very damaged me managed to limp back, as did Hardy. So we returned with a lot of damaged planes, a few destroyed planes, but all in all the mission was complete. No enemies got off the ground, the runway was thoroughly bombed, as was the taxiway, as was the supporting buildings. Most of the parked vehicles were completely destroyed or severely damaged. So yeah, mission complete. Just a little bit awkward with that Bofors and that Shilka, especially. The Shilka did a huge amount of damage there. But really fun, so thank you everyone who took part in that, and thank you all at home for watching. There will be another one of these coming, and then I do have other series planned for the future, so more of this sort of stuff is definitely in the pipeline. Until then, remember to be kind to yourselves and everyone else. Cheers.